Hello everyone, it's Pat with our Oracle card reading and messages for this upcoming week. The Today's the 13th of January, going through like the 19th, 20th. God, we're halfway through January already. Wow, amazing. So anyways, I'm going to be calling on our Archangel cards. I did actually already pull out a couple of them for you. Or there was a couple that flipped out for you guys this week. So the first one is Archangel Jophiel, who's overseeing our week with this message of clear your space. So definitely feels like people with January is a fresh start for people. So a lot of people are feeling like it's a good time to clear things out. Also, as you know, here in the United States, we prepare to do our taxes, even though our government is shut down right now. I feel like this has a lot to do with clearing out financial clutter, going through the records from previous years and letting go of the ones that you don't need anymore, clearing out your files, stuff like that, which is actually a great way to bring more money in. I know in the world of Feng Shui, clearing out clutter is always a good thing. But which actually this card speaks to. She says, get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use Feng Shui. But in the world of Feng Shui, one of the great ways to, if you're looking to bring in more money, is to clear out your financial clutter. So anyways, I get a sense of people doing that, as well as just, organizing their space to work better for them. It's just time to, clear out a room. Maybe it's your kitchen, a room in your house. And also it's sort of like, if you're also thinking about moving, either consciously or unconsciously, it's sort of a preparation for that. To start by clearing out and mentally kind of going through, if I had to move, what would I not want to take with me? But I also do feel like in some respects this has to do with mental clutter. If you're feeling overtaxed, like there's just too much on your to-do list, it might be time to delegate. But it can be, clearing your space can also have to do with like paying attention to what you're taking in through the media. You might need to go on a decluttering of media and what you are taking in with that. So anyways, Jophiel is an angel of beauty. So she's often around when we're doing things to beautify our surroundings. Actually, in some way, I even heard somebody refer to our excess weight that we're carrying on our bodies as body clutter. So if you started a new workout routine and made a resolution to make it healthier choices in your life going forward, that may be part of what you're doing, is just eliminating the clutter in your diet. So anyways, in an overarching way, Jophiel is an angel of beauty, so she helps us to beautify our lives in a variety of different ways. She can beautify our thoughts, and she can beautify helps us to beautify our homes. And the first step with that is oftentimes decluttering. So the other archangel that came out for us was Azrael. And I know last week, I believe, part of the reading had to do with losing a loved one. We got the Hello from Heaven card, and we also got the Comfort card from Azrael. And I know from a couple of you that you had who wrote comments that you had lost loved ones or were grieving that. And so sometimes it can be helpful to seek out a counselor for your own comfort, someone to talk through your feelings with. So Azrael's heralding that, and that's part of how he helped, because Azrael's an angel who helps the grieving, and he also helps those who have transitioned and passed over. And one of the ways he helps us is to help us get with the right counselor, a grief counselor of some kind. And but you may also be, if that wasn't the case for you, you may also be involved in being a counselor for someone. You may be thinking about pursuing it formally, or you just may be doing it in an informal capacity as a friend, getting together with them for coffee or a drink, and you're kind of being, in a sense, a counselor to them. They're seeking you out for that. So that's what I get around the Archangel cards. All right, so let's see who else we've got working with here. I reached for my fairy deck today, and I can't remember. I think I might have worked with them last week as well. Let's see. What do the fairies want us to know going into this week? Woo. Honoring your feelings comes up. I think that came up before. Honoring your true feelings, being true to yourself. Again, this is a card outside. It's just, I get the sense that there's some feelings that are speaking loudly to you. And sometimes we all have times where our logic overrides, we use our logic to override what we're feeling in the moment. And this is not one of those times to do that. Okay? Surrender and pay attention to the underlying feelings that are there and honor them. Give them their space, allow them to be, is what this card is about. And it may involve you going outdoors to do that. As she's sitting there kind of by a stream, looking like she's knitting a web. But it's a great place. Going outdoors is a great way to get in touch with your feelings, because you have the time and space and there's nothing around you but the beauty of nature, or maybe just the wind going through the trees or what have you. So anyways, the beginning of the week is about honoring what your feelings are about a person, a situation, your life. So let's see. All right, fairies, what else do you want my viewers to know about this upcoming week? Rise above problems. Okay, and this card surfaces as a way to remind you not to get too embroiled in what's going on, so that you might need to take a step back and look at it from the perspective of the angels or the fairies. Look at it from a higher place, or to step back and see it from a broader perspective. With people in work environments and in the world, there's always going to be issues. There's always going to be personality issues, control issues, things like that. I feel like this has to do more with issues with people that you're dealing with, or just, yeah, it's telling you to, in some ways, to be the bigger person and to rise above it. Okay. You may get some more information about the person or situation that helps you to do that, to take that step back, or to take the higher perspective of it, and rise above it. So anyways, that's what's going on middle of the week. And I think I feel like the message I want to convey that I'm getting is that things are going to get resolved. Okay, the problem or the issue is going to get resolved. All the people involved are going to kind of rise above it. So that's what I get about that. Okay. And I get that it's temporary. That means may mean something for someone out there. Okay. All right. What else do we need to know, fairies? Okay, your desire is within reach. Have faith as everything is working out in your favor. That's always nice to get as an outcome card. So in this card, she's playing a lovely little flute. The flowers around her are blooming. Which it almost looks like she's dancing in between the flowers, which is something that a fairy would do. But so it's symbolic of a joyful outcome or a happy outcome. Okay. As I got with this card, I think whatever the issue is or the problem is that you have to rise above is going to get resolved, and it's going to work out for you and for everybody. Your desire, something that you've been like longing for or going for, or wanting to manifest in your life, is finally within reach. Okay, you can see that light at the end of the tunnel. So it's about getting excited about that. It's like, oh, okay, we just have this last bit to finish, and then you can see that it's going to come to fruition. All right. Let me see if there's any more about that the fairies want to talk about. And I feel like this is on a, uh, you know, not just a personal level, but more of a broader, I want to say, not quite a global level, but um, for those of us in the United States. Um, and I think this is heralding that our desires are within reach in terms of and the problems that we like in terms of our government, the fact that the government is shut down, needs to reopen, and but you know we're rising above the problems. The problems are going to get resolved, and by the end of next week, we'll see that that desire to have the government return, it's coming within reach. It's not quite there yet. Doesn't mean that by next weekend it's resolved. My guides told me around the 26th or so. So we'll see what happens with that. But you will be able to see that light at the end of the tunnel, that the desire to have it reopen and things moving forward again is within reach. Okay. So anyways, that's what their messages are with that. Let's quickly pull an Archangel Michael card. Let's see. All right. Michael gave us that this is your life's purpose card for this week. It says, Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so that I'm taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. All right. And what I like about this image is the angels got the world, you know, in a protective embrace. So many of you out there now, and many people in the world are stepping into their life purpose. All right, as they've been called to like take action on things, called to be in roles of leadership. That is part of their life purpose and what they came to work with in this lifetime. So it also heralds, I mean, Michael is an angel who heralds things as well. And a card like this to come up for the week, you know, certainly indicates that events that take place this week are going to be things that are in alignment with your life purpose. All right. And there's going to be a lot of awareness around that for you. Like, you know, I want to pursue this further, or this feels right to me, and going from there. Okay, so it's paying attention to the events that are going on this week, in some way as indicators that it's part of your life purpose. You know, and even if it seems like you're dealing with problems, like if you have issues with family or with kids, you know, part of your life purpose is maybe that you are here to be a parent, and you're playing a role in that way. So that is part of your life purpose. So even though there's can be struggles and problems there sometimes, overcoming those challenges, rising above those problems, and learning from them is part of your life purpose. Okay. In addition to those things that we feel called to that really resonate with us, with regard to career and work that we'd like to do in the world, contributions that we'd like to make. All right, let's see. I'm going to pull a postcard from Spirit. All right, let's see. We call upon the angels, Spirit, our loved ones. This is Colette Baron Reed's deck, Postcards from Spirit. Okay? And these have a written message more than anything else, which I really like about them. What message do you have for those watching my videos? Watching the video for this week. All right, this one looks like it wants to come out. And this is what it looks like. So this is what I'm just going to read from for you. It says, "Dearest you, we have a secret for you. The more you think you know, the less you actually do." So if you are willing to keep an open mind, you will avoid the narrow confines of the know-it-all and open up to the unlimited potential that can be discovered only by the curious optimist. Curiosity allows you to discover new things, see the world from a different perspective, and find answers to questions you might not even know you have. Right now, whatever is going on, it's important to know that you are not aware of all the aspects of it you need to see to make an informed choice. So you might be projecting a story that isn't totally true. So moving forward, your mantra could be, "I don't know," or "That's interesting," as you keep your mind and heart open to new experiences and a richer existence overall. All of us over here want you to be all that you can be. So we are cheering for you. Can you hear us? That's a really nice message to get. So it's about being open. And that's how you can rise above problems. All right. There was another one that kind of poked out too that I'll read. It says, "We're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate," excuse me, gotta get some water. "We communicate to you through the language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens." Don't we love paying attention to those? "In your life on earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential to being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now, you're facing a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity. Be clear and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer. In your favor, affirmative, we say. Loving you so very much." So, great cards for the week. Before I did the reading today, I did feel guided to the Talking with Heaven cards, which I haven't in a while. And I think I'm going to do that in a separate video, because it feels like it needs to go out to some people who have lost or are losing loved ones or dealing with that. So pardon me, stay tuned. And because I may be back with a second video. All right, until then, have a great week. If you like this video, please, please like it and maybe subscribe. And if you can pardon my coughing and you feel so inclined, leave a comment for me below. Okay, take care, everyone. Hope you have a lovely week.